So there we have it. The players are ready. Over 6,000 tickets are sold for this final. Well and truly. And it should be a wonderful, wonderful encounter. Christian Dietz, the referee for today's game. His assistants Lothar Ostmeier and Johannes Huber, with the fourth official, Tobias Schultes. The four men in charge, taking control of this DFB A Juniors Bundesliga final. Captains Osterhage and Mack exchanging pleasantries here. Two players with very bright futures in the game, that's for sure. Just what kind of a role will they play here today? Can they lead their young teammates to a title, another title for their club, the first title for some of these at under-19 level, for some of these young men, should I say. And either way, it could be a double for Stuttgart as well, as already mentioned, and what an achievement that would be for Daniel Teufel's young side. Chance to make it 11 under-19 Bundesliga titles for VfB, but Dortmund have been playing some fantastic football this season. 68 goals scored in 28 games, 18 wins to their name as well. They did finish second in their conference, however, battled their way through the final stages to get to this final here today. VfB with 20 wins to their name, 58 goals, 10 goals less than Dortmund. But all of that means nothing, of course. It's what happens next over the next 90 minutes of football, which will define these young men's season. And it should be fantastic for us as well to enjoy here on DFB TV. Thank you for joining us. If you've missed any of the build-up, you can, of course, head on over to the DFB website and catch up on all the latest news, team news, everything in between, to do with the under-19s and all the other junior levels as well. Let me just quickly take you through the lineups in case you missed it. Havreluk starts in goal for BVB. A back four of Missner, Knoop, Ferjani and Terzi from left to right make up the back four. Osterhage and Raschel in front of them. Ferrari sitting in just behind a front three of Kerr out on the left. Eidenau is back into the starting lineup up front, and Peña Zauna out on the right wing. As for Stuttgart, Hornung in goal, Kopf, Mack and Aidonis, the three at the back. Gunes, Betzner, Lockel, Reuter and Egloff, the five across midfield, with Dayaku and Hotman, the two front men. Dayaku on the left, Hotman out on the right, wearing that number 9, of course. Benjamin Hoffmann, his last game in charge of BVB before former coach Skibber returns to take over the junior section of BVB's football. Returning after 19 years away, he of course will be supported by Borussia Mönchengladbach's current assistant, the coach, Mr. Ado. And it should make for very, very interesting times for BVB, I'm sure. But action is underway in the meantime here in Groß Asbach for this fantastic final. And it's Stuttgart on the front foot right from the get-go. Fantastic atmosphere here already. Hotman with 10 goals this season already, 3 assists to his name as well. It's his 21st appearance of the season. So a corner within the first minutes for Stuttgart here. And it's gone in. Can you believe it? Unbelievable scenes here. What a start to this final. Probably about 53 seconds in. And have a look at that. Did it get a touch on the way in? Mack perhaps off the knee. We'll get a better look at it here. No, it's actually come off Ramzi Ferjani, the Dortmund defender, and number 5. Getting that, well, decisive touch on the ball. Off his knee, in off the crossbar, and just over the line. And just like that, Stuttgart now have the lead. What a start to this final. Well, if we were asking for action, we've certainly been given exactly that. BVB now, well, forced into having to look for an equaliser a little earlier than they might have hoped or expected. And that will be an own goal, if you ask me. I don't think that was on target. It was Per Lockel who took the corner. It wasn't the best of corners either. Short, didn't get much height on it, but caused plenty of trouble at the near post. BVB unable to clear their lines, and it's a nightmare start to the game for Benjamin Hoffmann's side. Stuttgart really taking the game to their opponents right from the get-go here. A furious start from the young men in red and white. There's Leon Diaku, VfB's top goal scorer this season, 11 to his name. This his 25th game, has been a vital part of their campaign. Long ball forward, Diaku, the header on. No support in and around him, though. And BVB able to deal with the danger that time. Ferjani plays it short. Tobias Raschel lay it off. Well, what kind of a reaction can we expect from BVB here? If you're going to concede, it's always best to do it as early into the game as possible, of course. Gives you the best chance of coming back and finding an equaliser and more time to do so. Of course, better than that is not conceding in the first place, and that is a little scrappy there. Nice little back heel. Oh, Stuttgart starting to play some lovely football here at the moment. One or two players losing their footing, though. On this very, very hot Sunday lunchtime in Groß Asbach. A late challenge there on Ferjani. Egloff just leaving a foot in on that challenge. And catching Ferjani. Egloff with 2 goals in that cup final against Leipzig. Can he become a hero again here and help Stuttgart secure the double? BVB at 6s and 7s at the moment, I think. Still in a little bit of shock, having gone down by a goal so early into this final. Raschel does well to win the throw in the end. Well, decent ball forward here, BVB now. Conjuring up their first real attack of the game. It's a lovely ball and space inside the box now, and it's also bobbled in. 1-1. Is it another own goal? Their first real attack of the game. And BVB straight back into it. Back on level terms as well. Lovely ball. Ferai just fizzes one across the face of goal into the danger zone. And then Kopf and Gunes are both unable to clear the danger. Ball coming off one of the two in the process as well, as it found its way over the line and into the back of the net. And well, 1-1, so Luka Mack with the own goal. Well, what a curious start to this final. 2 own goals. I don't think anyone would have predicted that going in. What else do we have? What does this final have in store for us? Brilliant start. Good for the game as well. Really is a fantastic stage for this final here in the Mechatronic Arena in Groß Asbach here in Germany. Wonderful weather. A full house as well to watch these young men go head to head, the stars of the future in German club football. How many of these names will we see in the big lights? Of course, the Champions League final last night between Liverpool and Tottenham. I'm sure a few of these players will have watched that as well. Not quite as many fans around the world are watching this game, but these are young men that some of which could very well be in a Champions League final in the not too distant future. Good pressure by Ferai. BVB looking a little more confident now, both on and off the ball, after what was a bit of a shock start to the game for them. Luka Mack, the captain, given the own goal. So not even 10 minutes gone, 9.5 to be exact, and it's already 1-1 here between BVB and Stuttgart in what has been a very exciting game of football so far. Plenty to talk about already. Heavy first touch there by Umut Güneş. Raschel sends the ball out wide. Here's Terzi. Decent cross as well. Good header away. Not sure he knew too much about it. Raschel then has a swing at it again. Or was that actually? I think that was actually Aydinel. Dayaku. Stuttgart looking to break in the other direction quickly. That will be a free kick, but play allowed to continue. Advantage is given to Stuttgart here. Dayaku looking to find a way through a sea of yellow shirts. They're unable to do so. And the attack comes to nothing in the end. Stuttgart do manage to hold on to possession though. Exciting stuff here in this DFB A Juniors final. Diaku looking for Gunas, just a little too heavy-footed with the ball down the line though. Definitely the right idea, and a thumbs up from Gunas. Tells you what he thought about it. Daniel Teufel hugging the touchline, looking a little nervous, as you'd expect. Of course, only wants the best for his players. Osterhage. Layoff from Ferrei. Decent ball down the line. Still going, wonderful work. Cuts it back beautifully. Absolutely fantastic individual skill shown there. Decent ball into the box as well. No one there to really have a crack at it though. And Dortmund starting to find their footing in this game now. Building a little bit of momentum of their own and finding some rhythm in their passing and movement off the ball. Here is Osterhage. Still going Osterhage, then lays it just a little too far in front of Raschel, although, in my opinion, not too much wrong with that pass. I think Raschel a little stuck in the mud there. Unwilling to make the run forward, perhaps wasn't expecting the ball to come his way. And that will be offside against Leon Diaku. VfB finishing top of the A Junior Southwest Conference with 60 points, 7 points clear of second place, Mainz 05. Dortmund in the Western Conference, well, finishing in second behind Schalke. Of course, beating Schalke in the semi-finals to make their way through to the final. Finishing 1 point behind Schalke 04 in the league, but going one better when it came to crunch time. And now, less than 90 minutes away from claiming the championship and calling it their own. So should things still be level between these two after 90 minutes, we will go into extra time and then penalties. So hold on for potential drama here. In goes Asbach. Oh, lovely through ball. Chance here, 2-1. What a piece of vision. The ball through to Diaku on a silver plate. And nothing wrong with the finish from him as well. Diaku takes his tally to 12 for the season now. And how about that for a ball from Nick Betzner, the number 10, with wonderful awareness and vision, cutting the BVB defence in half. Diaku then with just the keeper to beat, had a bit of an angle still to work with, but came up with a lovely left-footed finish, almost hitting it down into the ground, giving it a bounce up over the keeper and into the far corner. Well, quarter of an hour gone, 3 goals in this final already. And it's VfB Stuttgart who lead. And as things stand, are German champions. But as already mentioned, still plenty of football to be played here. Are we in for a goal fest? Osterhage, a bit of an aimless ball over the top. Too much mustard on that one as well, and it's an easy catch in the end for Huanung. For those of you interested in some of these young players, perhaps getting to know them a little more, well, there's a fantastic interview with Sebastian Hornung, the VfB Stuttgart under-19 goalkeeper, talking about his antics in that cup final and what he expects from this game today. It's a really good read, and really is a mature young man with some fantastic answers to some even better questions. So make sure you go over to the DFB website and check that out. It is definitely worth a look. As always, you can follow DFB on all the social media accounts as well. And the DFB Juniors on Twitter, so that you don't miss any of the latest news and updates with regards to these young stars in the making. Really is wonderful to see just how much support is here for both these sides. Really turning this final into quite a spectacle. And as a result, the players delivering. I mean, the scoreline already showing that both these sides mean business here this afternoon. Another good through ball. Tayaku doing his best to try and find a way around Ferjani, who did really well to use his upper body strength to just block off Tayaku's run. Nothing wrong with that at all. Good defending. For Stuttgart, looking dangerous on the break. They do have plenty of pace up front with Tayaku. Not to mention Hotman, not the slowest either. And a player that packs a punch is good, strong, powerful number 9 Hotman. Stuttgart pick up a free kick here. And it's Nick Betzner, the mastermind behind Stuttgart's second goal, claiming he took a bit of an elbow there from Feray. He will pick up a yellow card for that. The young Dortmund player not quite agreeing with referee Christian Dietz, but well, not much he can do about it now. Feray, a player a lot of people at BVB very excited about, the young Dutchman. Very skillful, very mature for his age, and big things expected for him. Wouldn't be a surprise to me if we perhaps see him in action for the first team as of next season. Definitely a season after that. Both sides have met once before in these stages of the competition. Not quite the final, but the semis back in 1997. With Dortmund winning the first encounter away by 3-2. Then a 1-0 win at home would secure it 4-2 overall to back the championship back in 97. It's been a final full of energy and commitment so far. Something these players might have to think about as the game unfolds, of course, with temperatures soaring up to almost 30 degrees Celsius here. Could take a toll on some of these youngsters' legs as we head into the 60th, 70th, even 80th minute. Part of the game management that these youngsters are taught as well is, of course, to pace yourself throughout the game, pick and choose your moments, and be efficient with your energy levels. Of course, the energy levels of these young men, a little higher than perhaps some of the older players in the game. Here is Betzner trying to fizz the ball out to his right, looking for Hortman, and then the free kick given away. Not a bad finish there, but it wouldn't have counted anyway, with the whistle already blown by Christian Dietz. Well, soft decision there from the referee, if you ask me. Betzner with a foul on Ferriani. The defender does well though, makes the most of it, and wins the free kick while under pressure as well. Oh, lovely ball out wide. Enrique Peña sends the ball back in. Not a bad effort there. Ferdi drives one towards that bottom left corner, cleared off the line. That's a heavy challenge, an aerial one. Misna completely wiped out there. Manuel Reuter coming flying over the top of the BVB player. Penalised for it. And Dortmund now with a free kick in a decent position here. Probably a little too far out for a direct effort, as Peña sets this one up. Misna now there with him. Both players looking over to the touchline to try and find out who's taking it. Looks like it will be Zauner. Swings one in! Great stop by the Stuttgart keeper, Hornung. Header was directly at him, but it was from close range, and he had to react quickly. Wonderful stop by him. BVB will feel they should be back on level terms, though. It was a great delivery from Peña. Here's another look at it. And Niklas Knoop rising above the rest, getting good contact on the ball as we go into a drinks break here for these young men. Considering the heat and temperature, the right decision. It really is a back and forth game of football so far. Chances at both ends, goals flying in at either end as well. But Hornung making short. And BVB still trail by the one goal. Daniel Teufel with a few more instructions there for his players as Hornung makes his way back into goal. There's Benjamin Hoffmann in charge of the BVB under-19s. Won't be too upset with what he's seen so far. The first two goals, own goals at either end. Not too much can be done about them, I suppose. Perhaps dealing with the danger slightly earlier might have helped with the situation for Yanni, though. Not dealing with the danger there. Stuttgart 3-1 up. And it's a nightmare game for Ferriani so far, as Lilian Egloff, the hero of the DFB Cup final, now gives Stuttgart their third of the game here, just 25 minutes into this final. And it's Ferriani at the back who just didn't deal with the danger. Took way too long on the ball. Must have been aware of Egloff in behind him, but Egloff showing great determination and a lovely finish as well as he curls it round the keeper, low and hard. Well, Ferriani getting that one all sorts of wrong. Had to pull out of the challenge as well because knew that would have been a sending off had he taken Egloff down. And Lilian Egloff makes it 3-1 in the 25th minute. Egloff now with 5 goals to his name for the season. Only made it into the under-19 team from the under-17s in the winter. What an introduction it's been. Certainly has cemented his place in the starting 11 since then, and has become a vital part of this side. That made obvious, not just in the cup final, but now here today as well. What a fantastic final. 4 goals, 27 minutes in. Doesn't get much better than this. Stuttgart powering forward once more. Stuttgart growing in confidence as well, and a slight misunderstanding there between Egloff and Gunas. Well, Captain Luka Mak, I'm sure, will be happy that his teammates have been able to, well, bury his own goal and turn it into a distant memory now. Knob out wide. Here's Terzi. Back to Ferriani. Picked up by Osterhager. Well, right idea there, but the execution not quite up there. And now Betzner comes forward again. Here's Egloff. Gunas on the ball. Stuttgart knocking the ball around nicely. Enjoying the lion's share of possession here. Adonis, 17 years old. Decent ball forward. Hotman. Picks out Dayaku. Decent little turn. Able to get the cross off, but a slight deflection takes all the fizz off the ball there. BVB struggling to come to terms with conceding that latest goal. And trailing by 2 this early on, not exactly what the doctor ordered. And we'll give the players something extra to think about now as well out on the pitch. It's going to take a big show of character to find a way back into this game. As already mentioned, though, they do have time on their side. Stuttgart trying to switch play out onto this left flank, looking for Dayaku. Out for a throw in though. BVB quick to take it and get the ball rolling again. Oh, another chance now for Stuttgart. Dortmund causing themselves all sorts of problems. And very nearly 4-1 there. Lovely ball back inside. Dayaku then just missing the ball slightly. Trying to just get the slightest of touches on it to sort of guide it past the keeper. Arriving just milliseconds too late. And BVB will be grateful. They're not trailing by 3. Stuttgart now really have well and truly taken control of this game. Another team who are pushing to score the next goal rather than BVB, which is worrying for the boys in black and yellow. Early ball in. Danger dealt with again. Not the best clearance there. It's one back inside the centre circle. Stuttgart really playing with confidence at the moment. And Dortmund struggling to match them. Well, Terzi doing a really good job there. Clever defending. Just felt the slightest of touches on the back. Happy to go down and draw the foul. Under pressure as well. Textbook defending there from the BVB right back. Now Dortmund with a chance on the edge of the penalty area. Unable to do anything with it though. We'll have another crack at it now. Here is Osterhage. Tobias Raschel. Peña linking up. Peña pulls one back. Chance now. A good block. Fantastic tackle there. Players down for BVB and Stuttgart, but play will continue. Here is Diaku. Still Diaku. Try to unselfishly play it across, set to Hortman, who was arriving late. Diaku could have easily gotten the shot off before that. And now a play will be brought to a halt. That players needed to be seen to. See there, Diaku looking for his strike partner, Hortman. But a good interception. Make sure that doesn't happen as the players get a few more liquids into themselves with these blistering conditions. Here we have the two players down. I'm not quite sure who it is. Difficult to see there. Might get a better look at it here and now. So it is Tobias Raschel. And I believe it's Antonis Aidonis, the Greek defender. The players now are back on their feet though. Raschel, it would seem, getting the worst of it. He hobbles out onto the sidelines. Oh, just a clash of knees there, I think. Both of them clutching their knees straight away. That's what it was. Painful one. Hopefully just a knock and a slight shock to the system more than anything else. Tobias Raschel, one of three BVB youngsters who's done enough to secure a professional contract with the club. If the under-19s final isn't enough for you, you can of course enjoy the under-17s Bundesliga final as well. That's on Sunday the 16th of June at 12:55. Lunchtime kickoff. Central European time, 12:55. So make sure you join us for that. I'll be there with you for every kick of the game as well. Looking forward to it and looking forward to you joining me. Don't miss it. If this final's anything to go by, then we're in for an entertaining afternoon again. Good ball. Lovely ball out wide to find Peña, who showed great pace to get there and still get the cross in. Sadly, the cross didn't quite have enough fizz on it to trouble Honung in goal, who rather easily able to come out and collect. Ooh, late challenge there, and will be a free kick. Alexander Kopf wiped out there by Eidenel, I believe. Good ball to find Osterhage there. Can't find a way past Mack though. And it's Stuttgart breaking once again. Dayaku really is causing Terzi and Ferjani all sorts of problems out on that left wing. Struggling to deal with his pace and trickery on the ball. Just couldn't quite get the ball out from underneath his feet to get a shot off or perhaps even put a cross in. Not too sure there were too many options in the box for him, so perhaps forced to go it alone. Either way, Stuttgart with a corner. Betzner and Dayaku standing over the ball. Looks like they want to try and take it short here, perhaps something they've worked on in training. Here comes the delivery. Good header away. Per Lockel has a crack, but is brought to a stop as it entered the 16-yard box, and then VfB unable to keep the ball in play. Tobias Missner, a young man from Dortmund, a local lad, in the left-back position for VfB. Real modern left-back as well. The player likes to get forward, likes to get involved in as many attacks as well, and plenty of energy in the tank. Bit like a Duracell bunny, can just run all day long up and down that left side. But it's what the modern game requires these days. Fullbacks, wing-backs need to be just as good going forward as they are defending, and need to be able to get back and defend when needed, and get forward and get involved in every attack as well. So probably the most energy-consuming position in football in today's game anyway. The role of the modern wing-back. Tobias Missner up to the task, that's for sure. It's Ferjani. Peña-Zauna. Raschel back to Zauna once more. Zauna looks to go it alone. Brought down and will pick up a free kick in a very good position here. Betzner pleading his case to the referee, but not quite sure he can have too many complaints. Just left his right foot in there. Peña-Zauna using that to his advantage. It will be Osterhage lining this one up. Can they close the gap to one? Osterhage decides to send one towards the back post. Part of me thought he was going to have a crack at goal there. Certainly had the angle and the distance to work with. But the captain deciding to just float one into the box. No one able to meet it though. Terzi. Betzner. An up to Egloff, tries to bring it back inside for Guinness, who'd made a run in from that left wing. Alexander Kjopf. Good pressure here from BVB, forcing Stuttgart all the way back to Hornung in goal. Edging closer and closer to that half-time whistle. What a first half it's been. Good football by both sets of players, but it's been Stuttgart who've moved their way into the driving seat. 3-1 up, in control of the game at the moment, and playing some lovely football at times as well. Definitely looking the more confident, both going forward and in defence. Hotman. Fantastic effort and a good save there by Havriluk in goal. Hotman doing really well to just shift the ball to his right there, create the space for the shot, and then work the keeper as well. Trying to drag it across him. Oh, wonderful stuff. Egloff lays it up. Chance here! Put up and over by Per Lockel. But Diaku, again at the heart of everything going forward, it would seem, for Stuttgart. Wonderful play out on that left wing. Hortman's chance just before that, saved by Havriluk. Well, Stuttgart could have had 4 or 5 in this first half. And BVB, Peñatona offside with a small mountain to climb in the second half. Definitely need to tighten things up a little more defensively. Need to find a way to deal with Leon Diaku, who's been the standout player in this final so far. Given away cheaply in midfield again by BVB. It's a 4-on-2 situation now. Betzner putting it far too wide there for Diaku. And Dortmund lucky to get away with that one, really. Betzner should have really done better with that first ball. Had plenty of options either side. In the end, unable to find anyone. Well, it's not a bad ball, but again, no one there to challenge for the ball in the air. Diaku now, again, he's giving the defenders something to think about all the time. Into stoppage time now, 45 minutes are up. Oh, Peñatona finally with a shot on target for BVB. Plenty of pace and power behind it, just never really getting the direction he was hoping for. It took a slight deflection off Alexander Kopf, but an easy catch in the end for Hornung, who does well to get his body behind the ball and make the stop. Misner plays it short, back inside. Marshall will go back to Ferriani. Osterhager to Knoop. Lay off, here's Perai. Marshall back to Ferai again, and Rachel. And then put out of play, but a decent little spell of possession there. But again, that final ball just lacking for BVB at the moment. Osterhager wearing the captain's armband. Normally it would be on the arm of Tobias Rachel, but Rachel deciding to give it to Osterhager for this final. Quick thinking there from Ferai to bring Peñatauna into play. Terzi. Ferai. Just lacking a little bit of creativity in that final third, BVB. And it's cost them dearly in this first half. But they're ending the first half well and on the front foot, trying to take the game to Stuttgart. And that's all she wrote, though, as Christian Dietz brings an end to the first 45. What a first half for this DFB A Juniors final between VfB and BVB. All started under peculiar circumstances, really. Own goals at either end within the opening 10 minutes. Ferriani finding the back of his own net for BVB. And then Luka Mack, the Stuttgart captain, helping it past his own keeper. Hornung in a goal. But then it was all Stuttgart. Goals from Leon Diaku, who's been the standout player in this final so far. And then Lilian Egloff, giving Stuttgart a 2-goal cushion going into the second half. Make sure you join us for that, because if the first is anything to go by, then we are in for a fantastic second 45 right here on DFB TV.
Warum? Weil er echt ist.
Übertragen wir ja auch live. Ich würde dich vielleicht hier noch fragen, was ich interessant finde, der Egloff, der hat ja 2 Tore im DFB-Pokalfinale gemacht und jetzt heute wieder als 16-Jähriger. Das ist natürlich herausragend. Ich weiß, dass es Überlegungen gibt, da jüngere Spieler auch mal beim DFB hochzuziehen. Nein, also kannst du sagen.
Das ist tatsächlich eine gefährliche Frage, weil den hat nämlich der Feist jetzt bei der U17 EM nicht mitgenommen, weil er von ihm nicht überzeugt ist. Und wir sitzen jetzt gerade schon auf der Tribüne und wir überlegen tatsächlich, ob wir das nächstes Jahr, aber das ist natürlich schon halt jetzt so.
Deswegen
Da
sage
setze
ich
ich mich jetzt schön, also da bin ich ehrlich gesagt voll unsicher. Da setze ich mich ruhig jetzt irgendwie in ein schönes Netz rein.
Okay, dann lasse ich die Frage.
Hey, ich kann über den Liga was sagen, aber jetzt mit Hochteam und so ein Kram, weil es halt echt, weil den haben wir jetzt
Dann
nicht
lasse
dabei
ich die Frage weg. So, deswegen spreche ich mit dir vorher ab. Ich will dich ja nicht in die Bredouille bringen.
Nee,
Du bist
ansonsten-
Profi.
Ansonsten habe ich keine großen Geheimnisse, aber das
Ja, was, mit DFB habe ich bisher noch ein gutes Verhältnis. Das will ich mir ja nicht.
Na, das bleibt doch so.
bei uns kriegst du ganz Schlechtes. Ich weiß nicht, was es für andere Gefilde
Wir mögen. Alles klar, dann können wir loslegen. Wie sehe ich aus? Überragend. Wie sieht Michael aus? Auch überragend. Was, wie? Michael sieht schöner aus. Das gibt's doch nicht.
Wer sitzt denn da oben?
Okay, jederzeit. Sollen wir anfangen? Wir sind zurück in Groß Asbach. Nach 45 Minuten führt der VfB gegen Dortmund mit 3:1 im Finale um die deutsche A-Jugendmeisterschaft. Ja, und wow, da geht der Ball schon durchs Bild, uns ist nichts passiert, wir bleiben gleich drauf, macht nichts. Michael Schönweiz ist bei mir, Cheftrainer der U-Nationalmannschaften und U19-Nationaltrainer. Herr Schönweiz, wie hat Ihnen die erste Hälfte gefallen?
Nicht mehr, U-Trainer, nur noch übergeordnet im Moment gerade. Mir hat die erste Halbzeit sehr gut gefallen. Ich bin echt angetan vom Niveau her. Die Halbfinals haben für uns jetzt nicht so das Riesenniveau gezeigt. Da waren wir ein bisschen enttäuscht, aber das Finale jetzt, das macht das Ganze wieder weg, weil ich finde es richtig gut.
Wie wichtig ist es denn für junge Menschen, davon kann man ja reden, in ihrer Prägungsphase so ein Finale mit einer Hymne vor so einer Kulisse zu spielen?
Prägendes Erlebnis für die Zukunft, fürs ganze Leben. Kannst du immer davon zerren, kannst immer davon erzählen. Und vor allem, du nimmst die Erfahrung halt mit, dann, wenn es mal oben größere Spiele gibt, wenn du vor einem größeren Publikum spielst. Du hast das alles schon mal durchgemacht. Das hilft dir natürlich, den Einstieg dann im Profigeschäft auch zu finden.
Welche Rolle spielt heute die Temperatur? Nahezu 30 Grad. Wir hatten eine angeordnete bzw. ausgemachte Trinkpause, ist ja auch wichtig. Aber inwieweit beeinflusst das die Spieler?
Ja, vor allem die zweite Halbzeit wird jetzt echt kernig. Also in dem Moment, wo du mit einer 3-1-Führung hier reingehst oder umgekehrt mit einem 3-1-Rückstand in die zweite Halbzeit gehst, das wird schon heftig. Also die Jungs kämpfen jetzt schon ein bisschen mit den Temperaturen und der VfB hat jetzt schon einen großen Vorteil durch das Ergebnis.
Was hat der VfB im ersten Durchgang besser gemacht als Dortmund?
Also ziemlich alles. Der VfB war giftig gewesen, war bissig gewesen, war hellwach gewesen in den Zweikämpfen, hat sehr zielstrebig nach vorne gespielt, hat die Fehler eiskalt ausgenutzt, muss hinten raus sogar noch 1-2 Tore mehr machen. Ja. Dortmund hat am Anfang eigentlich noch gut dagegen gehalten, aber der VfB spielt hier ein richtig gutes Spiel.
Aber wir wissen alle, wir verfolgen die U19 und auch die U17 bei Sport 1 natürlich seit Jahren. Ein 3-1 zur Pause kann auch ein gefährliches Ergebnis sein. Im Jugendbereich ist viel möglich. Sie werden den Sommer natürlich nicht irgendwo am Strand verbringen, sondern Sie gehen auch zur U21. Ne? Was ist da Ihre Aufgabe dann beim Turnier?
Zwei Aufgaben, Benchmarking und Unterstützung. Auf der einen Seite beim Trainerteam, beim Staff, bei der Mannschaft dabei sein und als Ansprechpartner auch dienen. Auf der anderen Seite aber Benchmarking. Schauen, wie läuft das Turnier, wo sind da die Stärken, wie funktionieren andere Verbände. Das mache ich bei allen Turnieren und jetzt auch bei der U21.
Ganz wichtiges Thema, das haben wir auch nach der WM 2018 im Profibereich so mitgenommen. Man muss rausfühlen und finden, was ist momentan modern im Fußball. Michael Schönweiz, vielen Dank, dass Sie sich die Zeit genommen haben. Viel Spaß beim Turnier. Das Turnier gibt es dann natürlich ab 16. Juni bei Sport 1. Wir freuen uns alle drauf und freuen uns auch auf eine spannende, gute zweite Hälfte mit Markus Höhner. Nein, stand jetzt nicht. Danke.
So a very warm welcome back to everyone joining us here on DFB TV as we bring you the second half from the DFB Juniors Under-19 German Championship final. It's Stuttgart, the boys in red and white, who lead by 3 goals to 1. A very entertaining first half. 4 goals in the first 45, 2 own goals in the first 10 minutes at either end. Or 1 at either end, should I say. But from then on out, it was Stuttgart who took the reins and really took the game to BVB. Could have easily had 4, maybe even 5. A few good chances and shots on goal. Looks like Dortmund are going to make a change and bring on the number 9 Besson. Quiet first half from Emre Sabri Aydın'a, the BVB top goal scorer. Looks like Julius Schell will be coming on as well. So it will be Besson who replaces Aydın'a. And the number 4, Schell, will come on to replace Niklas Knoop in central defence. So he'll line up alongside Ferjani. Ferjani with a first half he'd probably like to forget. 1 own goal and then the mistake that led to Dayaku's goal to make it 2-1 for Stuttgart. Second half underway now. Schell gets his first touch on the ball. There's Messner. Dink over the top. Looking to try and bring Kerr into play, but didn't quite work out. And Besson making a nuisance of himself up front right from the get-go here, which is, I'm sure, what his instructions will have been. Very powerful front man. Immense upper body strength. Real package to deal with. Stuttgart will pick up the free kick here just inside Dortmund's half. Player down holding his face, not quite sure who it is. Get a better look at it here, it's Hotman. And he did just catch an elbow there. I think it was off Missner, but I highly doubt it was intentional. Unfortunate for the Stuttgart number 9. He is back on his feet now and looks like he'll be able to continue. One real fantastic chance for him in the first half, forcing a wonderful save from Havriluk. Egloff giving away a free kick, much to his own bemusement there. The ball given away cheaply by BVB again. We saw too much of that in the first half. Something they need to avoid in the second. Ferjani gets the tackle in. Dayaku wins the ball back. Great play from him and then wins the throw as well. Man of the match performance from him so far. Egloff. Good little header back. Then the cross in towards the near post. Hotman making the run back out away from goal. The only option in the box. And Missner does well to create some space here. Looking for Kerr down the line. Picked off though. And back comes Stuttgart once again. Good battle in midfield here. Stuttgart come away with the ball. Here is Hotman. Good hold-up play from the striker. Now Lockel. Lovely through ball. Dayaku. Dayaku drags one across, but drags it wide. Movement off the ball from the Stuttgart number 11 has been fantastic. Timing his runs to perfection. And once already finding the finish to cap it off as well. Wasn't too far away that time. Ferjani. A poor pass there out wide, looking for Missner. Good 5-6 meters in front of the left back, though, was never going to get there. Dayaku. One touch too many. Courageous header there from the substitute, Julius Schell. Here's Hotman, looking to try and find a way past the defender. Cutting in from this near side. Good defending though, shielding the ball out of play there. Goal kick to BVB. And we'll try and build from the back here. Here's Terzi. Long ball down the line. Chased down by Osterhage, put out of play by Alexander Kopf. Dortmund can find a goal. Cut the gap down to just one. Well, we might just see these young Stuttgart players get a little nervous. So far, so good, though. VfB winning the majority of 50-50 tackles, coming away with the ball more often, knocking the ball around with a little bit more confidence. Egloff just slipping at the wrong time there. Raschel able to turn. Sends the ball out wide for Peña. Back inside to Raschel. Tries to feed one into the path of Care. Besson does well to keep the pressure on and defend from the fronts, but it will be a Stuttgart goal kick. Oh, ball given away cheaply here. Will that be a red card? Referee's reaching for his back pocket. And it is a red card. Can you believe it? Well, maybe there is something in this for Stuttgart after all. And it's none other than VfB captain Luka Mack. Well, it's not exactly the final he was expecting, I'm sure. An own goal to his name. Now a red card in the 52nd minute, and he's handed BVB a real opportunity to get back into this game now. Referee left with no choice, really. Luka Mack, obviously the last man. Ferai with a wonderful footwork to just drop the shoulder, send him the wrong way, take it past him. Mack leaving his right leg out, and Ferai more than happy to take advantage of the situation. Is still down injured, excuse me. He's back on his feet now. Well. Just under 40 minutes of football to still be played, and it's, well, 37 minutes to be precise of football that Stuttgart are going to have to play with 10 men here. BVB with a free kick in a really good position now as well. Well, just when you thought there couldn't be any more drama in this final, along comes another little incident to just add a little bit more spice to this affair. If Dortmund can score from this as well, then they are well and truly back in this. Peña has scored a goal. from a dead ball situation already in the final stages of the competition. Unable to find a way past Hornung though. Good goalkeeping on the Stuttgart #1, getting across and getting his upper body nice and behind the ball. Grasping onto it with both hands. Made it look a little easier than it was there. So Hotman, the Stuttgart #9, will now wear the captain's armband after Lukamak's dismissal. Osterhage coming in a little too aggressive for the referee's liking there. Lilian Egloff goes flying. Well, that's exactly what Dortmund would have been hoping for. They've been handed a lifeline here. Can they take advantage of it though? Shot from distance, they're going to have to do more than that, especially with the extra man. Shots from distance, not exactly the order of the day, I'm sure. He's well aware of it, perhaps a little excited about being out on the pitch. Julius Schell, half-time substitute. And now Stuttgart will be forced into a substitution of their own as a result of that sending off. And it will be Chetinkaya. Defensive player will come on to replace Lilian Egloff. He'll be a little disappointed that his game's come to an end, but it's a tactical change that Daniel Teufel has had to make due to the circumstances. Restoring the four at the back now. Lukamak no longer able to take part. Already, BVB enjoying a lot more of the ball here. Ferrari. Raschel. Back inside to Ferrari. All a little too close for comfort at the moment. Now Osterhage with space out on this left side. Ferrari. Missner. Not a bad effort, and there it is. It's Ferrari again. And Dortmund now well and truly back into this final. They've taken advantage of the extra man, knocking the ball around calmly, patiently, taking their time. Then the ball inside to Ferrari. Lovely turn with his back to goal. Creates the space, gets the shot off, takes a slight deflection and it's in off the post. Nothing Hornung could do about that. And now it is well and truly game on. More than half an hour to go. Just how decisive will that red card be? Dortmund pushing again now, but unable to hold on to the ball there. All of a sudden, it's the Dortmund fans who are making all the noise here. Still trail by a goal. Still work to do. And now just one goal away from getting back to level terms, and then if they can do that with time to spare, that extra man could be the difference at the end of it all. See them go for a winner. All hypothetical, of course. They're going to need that equaliser first. Here is Osterhage. Besson, heavy first touch. Kerr. Still going, brought down, that'll be a free kick. Lockel's going to pick up a yellow card. Nothing wrong with the decision, quite clearly contact. Here's Ferrari. Little ding through the middle looking for Kerr. Slight misunderstanding between him and Bissong. Neither player heading towards the ball there, rather both moving away from it in the end. Slightly fortunate there, Stuttgart. Struggling to hold on to the ball since going down to 10 men. That'll be a handball against Peñatzona. He's had a quiet game. Normally very exciting out on that right wing. Hasn't seen too much of the ball though. Osterhage does well to get back and just nick the ball away from Dayaku there. Missner now powering forward down this left side. There's Terzi to Peñatzona. Tobias Raschel to Osterhage. Again, Dortmund knocking the ball around. The 16-yard box, patiently, decent cross in, it's come back! Clearance off the line. Ferrari again with the shot on target. As Havriluk comes off his line to put the ball out of play. What a chance though for Dortmund to make it 3-3. Have another look. This opportunity, Ferrari hammers one down, and it's the substitute Chetin Kaya. He's in the right place at the right time. So now Mohamed Emir Terzi goes off. Reda Youssef Kadra on for him. He's 17 years old, Kadra. First job, help defend the corner. Easily caught by Havriluk, and now Dortmund on the move. Here is Ferrari, the young man at the heart of everything that is BVB during this comeback. Bissong brought down, and it won't be a penalty though. It's Bissong penalised for a foul on Hornung, I think. And the Dortmund number 9 getting that one all sorts of wrong. Just never really made the contact with the ball. It was there for the taking. And the big man up front unable to come up with the finish. Instead gives away a free kick. But it's BVB asking all the questions at the moment, and Stuttgart on the ropes, struggling without that 11th man on the pitch after Luka Mack sent off by a foul on Ferrari as last man. Penyatsana with an aimless ball over the top there. BVB do need to make sure that when they have the ball, they make the most of it. Well, Stuttgart's whole style of play has been completely disrupted. Knocking the ball around nicely. Really good link-up play, good movement on and off the ball. It's now become, well, pretty much sending it upfield and getting it clear, really. Trying to just hold on to their lead at the moment. Dayaku, the only outlet up front, but hardly seen the ball since Stuttgart have gone down to 10 men. Kadra. Handball, that'll be a free kick to BVB.
In der 65. Spielminute wechselt der VfB Stuttgart zum zweiten Mal aus. Es geht konkret der Spieler mit der Nummer 8, U19.
We have Paul-Philippe Besson. He is an absolute beast of a young man. Umut Günis, the next player to make way. Florian Kleinhansel will come on to replace him. So the same substitution we saw in the cup final against Leipzig for Stuttgart. Penyatsana with the delivery towards the back post. Header back across the face of goal from Shell, unable to find a teammate though. As Kadra picks the clearance off, puts it out for a Stuttgart throw. Hotman does well, keeps the pressure on, but just running out of steam at the end there. Schul to Osterhage. Osterhage on the move, looking for Besson. And then Besson offside during the second phase of that move. Free kick to Stuttgart. So time for a drinks break. One, I'm sure Stuttgart will probably need a little more than BVB. What a turn of events here in this final. First 45, Stuttgart all over Dortmund, in complete control of things. Started the same in the second half as well. And then a moment of madness at the back. Luka Mack sent off for a foul on Ferrari. And now it's Dortmund who are looking like they are the team to get the next goal. And that next goal would get them back to level terms. And the last thing Stuttgart need is to head into extra time and penalties with, well, penalties perhaps not so much of a problem, but extra time with 10 men, that really will be a struggle. Of course, with Stuttgart down to 10 men, it takes the best attributes away from some of their players, the likes of Betzner, who loves to get on the ball but have options ahead of him. He's not going to have those now. Dayaku pretty much the only outlet, with Hotman playing a much deeper role, helping out defensively as well. Daniel Teufel This is 7th game in charge as interim manager. Seven wins from 7. Can he make it 8 from 8? He's in the process of doing that, but his team do look like they're in trouble at the moment. Carted up back to Osterhage. He comes across towards the back post. Hornung off his line quickly. Good catch. 20 minutes to go. 20 long minutes for Stuttgart. Plenty of time to find an equaliser for BVB. Lovely little flick on there from Tana. And then Ferrari just leaving a foot in. Catching Alexander Kopf there. Ferrari given a warning. We'll go into the referee's book next time, that's for sure. Ortmann does well under pressure. Osterhage there with him. Heads towards the corner. Looks to play it off Osterhage and out for a throw. Doesn't quite work out for him, but Stuttgart do manage to hold on to the ball here. Lovely footwork and a good effort from out wide. New man, Florian Kleinhansel, with a decent effort on his weaker foot as well. Over 8,000 people in the stadium, just announced that. Fantastic showing. Holds about 10,000 at full capacity. Just over 8,000 here. Really good support for both these sides. Osterhage. Osterhage still going, looks for a free kick. Ferrari wins it back in a dangerous position. Comes to Besson. Gets the shot off, but it's blocked. Comes back to Osterhage, who heads it down into the ground and then up into the arms of Hornung in goal. He'll put it out of play with the player down injured. Fantastic block there in the end from Antonis Aidonis. Good turn by Hotman. Now Diaku. Still Diaku gets a shot off, but puts it wide. Diaku wanted a penalty, was never going to get it though. And now Diaku staying down, perhaps looking to waste a little bit more time. Absolutely nothing wrong with the challenge, if there even was one there. will be a substitution. Dayaku will leave the pitch. Fantastic performance from him. Goal to his name, could have perhaps had two. Arguably Stuttgart's best player here this afternoon. And will make way for Pedro Moraes. Tobias Raschel. Knoll. Julius Schell, should I say, losing his footing there. Of course, the player he replaced at half-time. Besson does his best to try and hold on to the ball under pressure, unable to do so. VfB really applying pressure straight away, defending from the front here in an attempt to try and win the ball back inside the Stuttgart half, and then really put them under pressure, looking for the equaliser here. It's a good ball out wide, enough to force the defensive header away by Manuel Reuter. Out for a BVB corner. Out of play there. Nick Betzner. Attempt at number 2. And there it is! It's the big man, Besson, who hammers the ball past the keeper and into the top corner. The man brought on to try and make a difference up front after Eidenau just wasn't at the races today. And boy, oh boy, has the 18-year-old delivered. Fantastic header. And BVB now a level with 13 or 12 and a half minutes to go. Can they find a winner, or are we heading into extra time? What a final, what a turnaround. Hoffman. And smell the opportunity that has now presented itself to his BVB players. Took over the under-19s back in 2017. This is last game in charge. What a finish it would be if he can not only complete this comeback, but then take the title as well. And give Dortmund their 8th Bundesliga title at the under-19 level. Not care, offside there. Song with his 5th goal of the season. It's just his 6th appearance, so not a bad return for the big number 9. You do really fear for Stuttgart now. Extra time will be very, very tough. A player down. Question is, will Dortmund find a winner before that? Well, the side pushing for it, and it's Besong again! Can you believe it? The number 9, with 2 goals in as many minutes, might just have secured the title for Dortmund. Unbelievable scenes here in Groß Asbach, and just look what it means to all the players. The substitutes out there celebrating with him as well. Don't know what was better, the goal or the celebration. Just shifts it across and then hammers it hard and low into the bottom corner. Nothing Honum can do about that one. On his weaker foot as well. And how about that for some acrobatics before and after? Well. 3-1 down at half-time. Dortmund now lead 4-3 with less than 10 minutes to go. Stuttgart, their final, falling apart with that red card. So Missner comes off, Gertzkamp comes on. Straight swap in the left-back position for BVB. Some fresh legs to see out this, well, potential win. What a final. 7 goals. Counted up, gives away a free kick, and if Stuttgart are going to score, you do feel it's going to come from dead ball situations like these. And with the way this final's been going, you wouldn't be surprised if Stuttgart found an equaliser now. Well, how did that not go in? Betzner can hardly believe it. Goes past absolutely everyone, and I think it was actually Havriluk who gets a final touch on it. Big save from the keeper, and he knows it. And towards the near post, chance to break now for BVB, but Marshall with a heavy touch. Hands the ball back to Stuttgart. And they will have another corner. Kandra looking to run the ball clear. Still going. Fresh legs, of course, the substitute. Powering forward into Fedai. And Fedai into the side netting. That's selfish play from the midfielder. Really needed to pull that back. Had multiple options waiting for the ball back in the box. Tried to side-foot it in himself and kill off the game. Just how costly might that be? Up, gives away a free kick, one I'm sure he won't mind up. Time ticking away. hopeful ball into the box. Not a bad one either. And then a complete miss hit in the end from Antonis Aidonis from close range. It's BVB the goal kick. I'm sure they'll be taking their time with this as well. Dortmund into the final four of the competition for the fourth year running. Yanni. Header away, picked up by Lockel. Can't find a way past Tobias Raschel, but he in turn can't control the ball. Now, Reuter with a cross in. Good catch though by Habrilo.
In der 87. Spielminute gibt es den vierten und letzten Wechsel beim VfB Stuttgart. Die Europäer spielen in der
All right, Germanovic now on one last roll of the dice. Will replace Manuel Reuter, so a striker on for a defender. Daniel Teufel left with no choice but to go for broke now. Betzner lays it up for Lockel, looking to try and create some space for a shot. Doesn't quite work out. BVB on the offside, not going to get it. Nothing wrong with that challenge from Kanta, who plays the ball there. That's unfortunate for the Dortmund man. They'll walk away with just a warning. A yellow card would have been extremely harsh considering the fact that I don't think it was actually a foul. Well, another chance now for Stuttgart to send the ball into the box. Betzner with the delivery in towards the near post. Little flick on. Danger not over yet, but it's up and over in the end. Hansel unable to keep it down. 1.5 minutes of the 90 left. That was a poor pass down the line, and then even poorer control by Moraes. Target unable to keep that one in play. Raschel Mr. Ryan, 1 or 2 challenges there. Felt like he should have had a free kick. Referee trying to explain to him that he did play the advantage. Nothing came of it. And nothing comes from that cross either. Slowly but surely, this final is starting to run away from Stuttgart, who at half-time were in pole position to secure the double, the first time any under-19 team would have ever done it. And that has now faded quickly. Lovely look. Picks up a yellow card for time wasting. But I think he'll be too bothered about it. 5 minutes of time added on here. 5 minutes left for Stuttgart to try and find a way back into this final. Oh, Besson, shoulder to shoulder there, simply stronger than his defender. Nothing wrong with the challenge, and now players forward. Fedai still going. Goes down looking for a penalty. He stayed down. Besson still trying to battle his way through. Lays it up. Peña. And Tauner off the post. Well, that would have been it. Done and dusted right there. Kerr keeps the ball in play. And BVB in possession. Not for long though. And Hotman. A wasted header. Puts the ball out of play. BVB back in control now. Still 3.5 minutes of stoppage time to go. As things stand, Paul-Philippe Besson will be the hero for BVB. Came on as a half-time substitute. He's bagged himself a brace with the equaliser and the goal to put them into the lead. Ferriani racing back here. And Stuttgart have a corner. Jemanovic doing enough. Looking a little nervy at the back there. They need to try and gather their thoughts one more time to try and defend this corner. Deep into stoppage time. Header away. Raschel unable to control it, does eventually. Tries to send Peña on his way. Peña going for goal with Hornu off his line. Can't blame him for trying, but could have perhaps taken his time there. No need to rush it. Dortmund in the lead. Decent block. Picked up by Raschel. Here come BVB again. Ferrari. Across to Peña. Tauner takes it second time, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. The BVB will become the 2018-19 Bundesliga champions. Tried to slot it past Harnik. Good save from the Stuttgart keeper initially, but not a lot he could do about the second. And Stuttgart, of course, having committed everyone forward in search of that vital equaliser, leaving themselves completely open at the back, and BVB with plenty of pace and power up front taking full advantage of it. And more than likely sealing the deal here. So there it is, BVB, Borussia Dortmund are the under-19 champions of Germany. Wonderful scenes here, what a final. It's been an absolute pleasure to be a part of it. It all looked like it was going to be Stuttgart's afternoon at halftime, 3-1 up. And then the decisive moment early in the second half, Luka Mack, the Stuttgart captain, sent off. And from there on out, at BVB, the team applying all the pressure, saw the opportunity and were quick to take hold of it. But the man of the hour, or young man of the hour, should I say, young Paul-Philippe Bissong, the number 9, coming on at half-time after Emre Sabri Aydinel, a standout player this season for BVB. Had a quiet first half, things not quite going his way. So on came Bissong to try and make a difference. And make a difference he did. 2 goals in as many minutes for the number 9, turning the game around and giving BVB their 8th under-19 Bundesliga title. Absolutely fantastic stuff. What a game of football. It had absolutely everything. Own goals, red cards, turnarounds, 7 goals. What more could you ask for? You do have to feel for Stuttgart as well, of course. It's going to be a difficult afternoon and evening for some of those young men on the verge of making history themselves. Could have become the first under-19 side to ever win the double, both the cup and league title. It simply wasn't meant to be. Here we have Feray and Bissong, 2 influential players over the 90 minutes. It was Feray who started the comeback and Bissong who capped it all off. Some of the players in tears, that's how much it means to them. Not everyone out there guaranteed a full professional career in football, of course, but they will cherish this moment right here. Just look what it means to some of them. Absolutely fantastic. Plaudits due to not just the Dortmund players, but all the Stuttgart players as well. 2 fantastic campaigns by both sets of players. And wonderful scenes.
Wir sind zurück in Groß-Asbach. Gratulation an Borussia Dortmund. Das war Werbung für den Jugendfußball. Dortmund ist deutscher Meister 2019 im A-Juniorenbereich. 5:3 gegen den VfB Stuttgart. Die Spieler gehen in die Kurve und werden gefeiert. Und wir sind gleich zurück hier in Groß-Asbach mit der Verleihung der Trophäe und mit Stimmen. Bis gleich. Nee, Quatsch. Ich habe nur überlegt.
So to stick around, of course, as the players head on over to the corner to celebrate with their family, friends and fans. We'll see BVB crowned champions as well. So do stick around for that. make sure you don't miss it. Well, Ferriani over there with family, enjoying the celebrations. It didn't exactly start off the way he would have hoped, I'm sure. An own goal saw Stuttgart take the lead, but that will all be forgotten now. Mr. Hitzelsberger in attendance. So I'll watch proceedings as well. You can see what it means to Benjamin Hoffmann there as well.
Benjamin Hoffmann bei mir, Gratulation, die Sponsorenbande fällt um. Hier ist heute alles anders als sonst. 5:3 nach 1:3. Sie sagen auch selber, so emotional. Lassen Sie uns teilhaben. Wie sieht es in Ihnen aus?
Ja, wir waren in der ersten Halbzeit tot. Und wir haben den Jungs gesagt, wir haben nichts mehr zu verlieren. Haut alles raus, ist egal was kommt. Seid mutig und dass wir uns dann so am Ende in der zweiten Halbzeit belohnen, ein bisschen Spielglück dazu, gehört halt immer dazu. Es tut mir leid auch für den VfB, die eine tolle erste Halbzeit gespielt haben, sich auch verdient in Führung lagen. Das muss man einfach auch hoch anerkennen. Und wir sind zurück ins Spiel gekommen. Ich habe vorher gesagt, wir haben den Punch und den haben wir heute wieder bewiesen.
Die rote Karte hat natürlich auch ein bisschen mitgespielt für Sie und gegen den VfB Stuttgart, muss man auf jeden Fall so erwähnen. Sie waren gerade auf der Tribüne, haben Ihre Frau, glaube ich, umarmt. Was fielen da für Worte? Sie war sehr stolz auf Sie, muss ich sagen.
Ja, noch Verlobte, wir heiraten in 2 Wochen. Ja, also ja, absolut stolz und sehr emotional die ganze Geschichte. Ja, wir bekommen auch im August noch ein Kind, also was da gerade so in den nächsten Wochen auf mich zukommt, ist schon Wahnsinn, ist schön zu erleben.
Und es fängt heute Nacht an, wie wird gefeiert?
Durch.
Dafür viel Spaß, Zukunft. Alles Gute auch für die Hochzeit, für die Zukunft und natürlich fürs Baby. Danke Benjamin Hoffmann nochmal. Alles Gute und zurück zu Markus Höhner.
Wir wollen noch in wenigen Augenblicken mit der Siegerehrung beginnen, deswegen tun Sie uns den Gefallen und gleich nach ein paar Augenblicken auf der Tribüne. Vielen Dank.
Jederzeit? Auch wenn es weh tut, trotzdem Gratulation zum zweiten Platz und Gratulation zu einem tollen Spiel Ihrer Mannschaft. Es gibt eigentlich nicht viel, was Sie Ihren Jungs ankreiden können. Was haben Sie jetzt gerade zu Ihnen gesagt?
Naja, gerade ist es ein bisschen schwer, die Jungs anzusprechen. Klar, die Enttäuschung ist groß. Ich glaube, wir hatten hier ein überragendes Publikum, das uns angefeuert hat. Die Jungs haben super 50 Minuten gespielt. Ich bin auch stolz auf die Jungs, wie sie das gemeistert haben. Und klar gab es dann den Knackpunkt, wo wir die rote Karte bekommen. Ich bin mir sehr sicher, dass wir das Spiel nicht verloren hätten, wenn wir mit 11 Mann zu Ende gespielt haben, weil ich einfach sagen muss, wir waren 50 Minuten lang die bessere Mannschaft. Wir haben mehr Torchancen, deutlich mehr Torchancen gehabt als Dortmund. Und trotzdem gilt es am Ende, Borussia Dortmund zu gratulieren. Borussia Dortmund hat die Meisterschaft geholt, deshalb an der Stelle Glückwunsch zu Dortmund, auch wenn es aktuell brutal ist vom Spielverlauf her.
Wie sehen die nächsten Stunden und Tage aus mit der Mannschaft, damit man die Jungs wieder so ein bisschen aufrichtet?
Naja, zunächst mal war das letztlich der Saisonabschluss. Es gibt noch ein Verbandspokalfinale, ja, aber wir haben ein paar Jungs, die jetzt schon vorzeitig in Urlaub gehen, weil sie dann eben früher mit der Vorbereitung starten, die in die U21 wechseln oder eventuell im Profikader dabei sind. Deshalb werden wir jetzt gleich noch nach Stuttgart zurückfahren, werden da den Saisonabschluss feiern in unserem Clubrestaurant und dann versuchen, mit einem guten Gefühl trotzdem auseinanderzugehen, weil ich am Ende sagen muss, wir haben eine tolle Runde gespielt, wir sind DFB-Pokalsieger geworden, wir sind Zweiter in Deutschland geworden. Deshalb gilt es am Ende einfach nur, den Jungs nochmal ein Lob auszusprechen für eine tolle Gesamtleistung in der Saison. Und das wird dann der Abschluss heute sein.
Besser kann man es nicht zusammenfassen. Viel Spaß trotzdem beim Feiern, alles Gute und danke für ein tolles Spiel. Und zurück zu Markus Höhner.
Herr Dr. Hans-Dieter Drewitz sowie dem Vorsitzenden des Jugendausschusses, Christian Pote, und dem Sportleiter der Nationalmannschaft, der Juri Schatzialetzi. Zunächst einmal möchte ich uns ganz herzlich bedanken bei den Unparteiischen dieser Begegnung, Schiedsrichter Christian Dietz und Schiedsrichter
Hoffmann bei mir.
2018, 2019 eine tolle Saison gespielt. Und zu Recht bekommt ihr nun den Applaus hier. Ist Mannschaft von VfB Stuttgart.
And so here we are back with the players. First commiserations go out to the Stuttgart youngsters who just fell short. Just wasn't meant to be, on the verge of making a historic double. But it will be VfB who lift the 2019 Bundesliga title.
Benjamin Hoffmann bei mir. Gratulation, die Sponsorenbande fällt um. Hier ist heute alles anders als sonst. 5:3 nach 1:3. Sie sagen auch selber, so emotional. Lassen Sie uns teilhaben. Wie sieht es in Ihnen aus?
Ja, wir waren in der ersten Halbzeit tot. Und wir haben den Jungs gesagt, wir haben nichts mehr zu verlieren. Haut alles raus, ist egal was kommt. Seid mutig und dass wir uns dann so am Ende in der zweiten Halbzeit belohnen, ein bisschen Spielglück dazu, gehört halt immer dazu. Es tut mir leid auch für den VfB, die eine tolle erste Halbzeit gespielt haben, sich auch verdient in Führung lagen. Das muss man einfach auch hoch anerkennen. Und wir sind zurück ins Spiel gekommen. Ich habe vorher gesagt, wir haben den Punch und den haben wir heute wieder bewiesen.
Die rote Karte hat natürlich auch ein bisschen mitgespielt für Sie und gegen den VfB Stuttgart, muss man auf jeden Fall so erwähnen. Sie waren gerade auf der Tribüne, haben Ihre Frau, glaube ich, umarmt. Was fielen da für Worte? Sie war sehr stolz auf Sie, muss ich sagen.
Ja, noch Verlobte, wir heiraten in 2 Wochen. Ja, also ja, absolut stolz und sehr emotional die ganze Geschichte. Ja, wir bekommen auch im August noch ein Kind, also was da gerade so in den nächsten Wochen auf mich zukommt, ist schon Wahnsinn, ist schön zu erleben.
Und es fängt heute Nacht an, wie wird gefeiert?
Durch.
Dafür viel Spaß, alles Gute, auch für die Hochzeit, für die Zukunft und natürlich fürs Baby. Danke Benjamin Hoffmann nochmal, alles Gute und zurück zu Markus Höhner.
So there we have it, Dortmund, German champions for the 8th time at under 19 level. Fantastic scenes, a fantastic final, and a wonderful day for under 19 football.
Es war das 9. Finale in der Vereinshistorie der Gelben, das 8., was sie gewinnen konnten. Wir gratulieren ganz herzlich zum neuen deutschen Meister der A-Junioren der Saison 2018-2019, die Mannschaft von Borussia Dortmund. Gratulation an Lucien Abgelocker, Niklas Knober, Tobias Wiesner, Ramsi Ferjani, Robin Kehr, Patrick Osterhage, Adam Winke, Benja Zauner, Ani Manuel Ferrein, an Inga Zanzi, Tobias Lasche, Emre Aydemir, Dominik Schönebeck, Julius Schell, Paul Philipp Besong, Yassin Ibrahim, Felix Reda Kadra, Mert Gökhan, Benjamin Hoffmann, alle weiteren Spieler des BVB-Kaders und natürlich die Funktionsteam Gratulation zur deutschen A-Junioren-Meisterschaft.
Gaststreit bei den Vereinen hier. Egal, jetzt bist du Chef.
So all the players now on stage waiting for that trophy as the medals are handed out. Everyone in attendance, Dr. Rainer Koch, Dr. Reinhard Raubal, the president of the DFB. Osterhage and Raschel will be the last 2 players, and it looks like it could be them lifting the trophy together. An emotional day for the BVB manager, Benjamin Hoffmann. Getting married in 2 weeks, expecting a birth of a new member of the family in August as well. And now a under-19 title to go along with it all. Tobias Raschel now with his medal around his neck. And will be Patrick Osterhage who will lift the title. The 2018-2019 DFB A Junior Champions of Germany are Dortmund. "29 games, 19 wins, and 72 goals. A fantastic campaign. A fantastic young squad. Tobias Raschel with his hands on the title as we speak. And fantastic scenes here for this final. What a final it's been. Back and forth from start to finish. Drama from beginning to end. Red cards, own goals, and a historic comeback. Don't forget the under-17 final to be played in just over a week as well. Make sure you join us for that. Right, as for me and as for the under-19s, that's all she wrote. The 2019 champions are Borussia Dortmund. Congratulations to everyone involved. And make sure you join us next time right here on DFB TV.
Lars Ricken, der Chef der Nachwuchsabteilung des BVB, jetzt bei mir. Erstmal Gratulation, ich bin, glaube ich, der 100. der gratuliert. Was war für Sie heute der ausschlaggebende Punkt, warum Ihre Mannschaft deutscher Meister wurde?
Erstmal, dass die Mannschaft sich wirklich vorgenommen hat, niemals aufzugeben. Ja, das haben sie wirklich auch so klar formuliert. Naja, gut, und so wie das Spiel läuft, mit 3-1 in der Halbzeit, wo man auch nicht viel Fantasie hatte, das können wir noch drehen, da wirklich aus der Kabine zu kommen und sagen, das haben wir uns vorher vorgenommen und jetzt setzen wir es um. Das ist natürlich eine herausragende Mentalität von den Jungs und natürlich ein Knackpunkt war die rote Karte, aber die haben wir uns dann auch erarbeitet, mit einer guten Balleroberung, klar rote Karte und so können dann Spiele kippen. Das ist auch nicht Jugendfußball, sondern wir haben es ja auch gerade im Europapokal in den Halbfinalspielen auch gesehen.
Ja, wir haben gerade mit Benjamin Hoffmann gesprochen. Er wird bald heiraten, er kriegt ein Baby, ist hochemotional da auch an der Seitenlinie. Welchen Anteil hat denn der Trainer an dieser Leistung?
Ja, ist natürlich großartig. Ich glaube, in den letzten 4 Jahren war er 3-mal im Finale. Hat jetzt auch 2-mal gewonnen. Und, ja.
So ein kleiner Jürgen Klopp.
Ja, also eine großartige Leistung von ihm, auch nie aufgegeben. Wir hatten in der Liga auch durchaus schwierige Phasen und da hat er dann die richtigen Schlüsse rausgezogen, hat die Mannschaft immer eingeschworen und ja, das freut mich natürlich auch extrem für ihn, dass er sich hier mit dem Titel dann auch belohnt.
Wir haben nach Abpfiff gleich beobachtet, Ihre Spieler sind zum Großteil natürlich erstmal einander um den Hals gefallen, dann aber sofort zum Gegner, haben gratuliert, auch für eine Top-Leistung des VfB Stuttgart. Wie erzieht man die Jungs dorthin, dass sie dann auch diesen Fairplay-Gedanken leben? Das ist ja im Sinne des BVB.
Ja, viele von den Jungs haben auch schon Endspiele gespielt, noch gewonnen und auch verloren. Also dementsprechend weiß man, wie man sich auch im Falle einer Niederlage fühlt. Und das ist schon etwas, was sie auch von den Großen, glaube ich, übernehmen. Bei Champions-League-Finalen oder Weltmeisterschaften ist das, glaube ich, auch gang und gäbe, sehr respektvoll nach dem Spiel mit dem Gegner umzugehen. Das übernehmen die Jungs, wenn sie das bei den Profis sehen. Und deshalb fand ich, ja, ist einfach wichtig, ist aber auch ein Stück Normalität inzwischen geworden.
Trotzdem ist es bemerkenswert und auch lobenswert, das kann man ruhig mal erwähnen. Abschließende Frage, es wird natürlich gefeiert. Was erlaubt der Chef, wie darf gefeiert werden und wie lang?
Morgen ist Schule. Ja, Sie lachen, aber die gehen morgen, zum großen Teil gehen die morgen wieder zur Schule. Ich glaube, die würden auch gerne nach Malle fahren. Mussten wir leider sagen, nee, morgen ist Schule. Also deshalb. Aber die Jungs fahren jetzt, glaube ich, gleich mit dem Mannschaftsbus zurück und da darf es durchaus das eine oder andere Bierchen geben.
Ja. Wir wünschen Ihnen viel Spaß auf der Heimreise. Vielen Dank, Lars Ricken.
Bitte.
Ich frage ihn.